Hello, my future mommies to be. I hope you guys have had a wonderful Wednesday. I do apologize for the darkness. I am actually in my car right now, leaving work. Actually leaving pretty early today. Ladies, when I tell you it was a day, it was a freaking day today. So I'm actually leaving 15 minutes earlier than I usually do. I just told my coworkers, look, I need to go home. I'm exhausted emotionally and physically. I have not really told a lot of people that I work with about my TTC journey. A lot of my coworkers don't even know that I'm trying to get pregnant right now. Except one coworker that I'm pretty close with. She's like a big sister to me. I told her immediately as soon as my husband and I decided that we wanted to start trying. So I kind of keep her updated. I don't go into like letting her know as far as like how my emotions are going, just because that's just too much on her, and she's already been through that herself with her first pregnancy, so I don't need to be dumping all my crap on her. Sorry, I'm gonna try not to curse. Okay, the lighting's a little better. I just look like a hot mess. And you obviously won't see me making direct eye contact with the camera because I am currently driving, but I could have waited until I got home to film, but I wanted to go ahead and do it now because I am so emotional. And this day was just insane, emotionally wise. I know that's not even probably a word, but whatever. It was just a lot. So I'll kind of do a breakdown. I'm going to try not to make this video too long, but honestly, when I tell you guys I made this YouTube channel to vent, it's going to be to vent. I mean, that's what this channel is going to be about. So I'm going to try not to make this horrendously long, but you guys are who I can talk to right now. So I just need to just kind of get it all out there. So the morning started out okay. I woke up at, my normal time, not really feeling any type of way, just a normal Wednesday morning. And then, I'm talking to my mom and I let her know that I started this YouTube channel and, just kind of quote unquote documenting my feelings, my emotions, all that kind of stuff. And last night really did help me with the 2 videos that I posted because it felt like a weight had been lifted. So I think getting this stuff and venting this stuff to people other than my family members and my husband, I think is good because there's a whole community of you guys. So you all know what I'm going through and what is going on. So I don't have to be like a broken record with my family and with my husband. So that being said, I had a really good conversation with my mom, and then I get to work, and I usually get to work about half an hour early because I have to commute so far, and I usually prefer to get to work early and just kind of chill in the parking lot as opposed to sleeping in too late and then risk being late for work. So yin yang. So anyway, I pull into work, I get off the phone with my mom, and I actually pull up I start logging my symptoms into my app if I'm having any symptoms, and I get this horrible wave of nausea. Like, I had to run into my office from the parking deck because I was so afraid I was going to throw up. And it was this lingering, nauseated, like I couldn't even eat my breakfast this morning, which I was really disappointed about because I did have a really good like energy bar that I love to eat in the mornings because it fills me up. And I couldn't even eat it. And I had a coworker that was warming up her, she does like a scramble every morning for her breakfast. And it's like eggs and hash browns and turkey sausage and veggies. And usually it engulfs the whole room and it smells amazing for like the first half hour of the morning. I literally felt like I was going to throw up. I could not take the smell. And it was not like, it wasn't a normal nauseated, like normal wave of nausea. A normal wave, I think, comes and then it goes away. Like my first month going off the pill, I felt nauseated, and then within 10-15 minutes it went away. This went on for half of the day. Like I couldn't even eat my lunch. And then of course that happens and I'm so frustrated. I get so upset. I end up having what I think was a small panic attack because I called my mom and I just lost my shit. Like I just lost it. And she's like, you need to calm down. You need to try to relax. And I did. Like I was having almost heart palpitations. I was having a full-blown anxiety attack. And I have no reason to. Like my husband's out of town. Okay, whatever. That comes with the territory. But like there was no reason for me to act the way that I was acting. Like, I was boohoo crying, and then I felt so emotional the whole rest of the day. And I still haven't gotten my period. I'm still convinced I'm gonna get it because I've got this like yucky, nasty feeling down there. Like, I know when I'm gonna start, and it still hasn't come, and I'm getting so frustrated. And I don't know what else to do. I'm just so annoyed, and I just want my period to come. If it's gonna come tomorrow, great. If it's gonna come, or even if it comes on its normal day, I just want it to come, and I just want it to be over. And then on the flip side, my mind is like, okay, go ahead tomorrow morning and take a pregnancy test so you can see that the test is going to be negative, because you know it's going to be negative. Go ahead and take it so that way you can get it out of your mind. And that way you know you're not pregnant, you know it's done. You can go into your long birthday weekend and enjoy it with your friends and your family. And not be done with it. But then, then I'm afraid if I do that, I'm going to put myself in a stupid depression. And, I work full time, so I'm going to have to go to work with another crappy mindset. And of course, I'm close with everybody I work with. So if I go into work tomorrow looking like a little pouty pants and, looking sad, everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with you? Because usually at work, I'm like, after the morning kind of sets in, after I've had caffeine, if I'd have coffee, like, I'm usually pretty quiet in the mornings when I first get there. I work like a 7:30 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon shift. So, and I have to commute. So I'm up really early, and then I get there really early. So I'm kind of quiet in the morning until I get more woken up. And then once I'm woken up, I'm my normal, bubbly-ish self. And when I'm not like that, my coworkers notice. So they're coming to me like, are you okay? Is something wrong? Da da da. And then they can't do that either, because when they do that, I just break down crying and then just kind of like spill my whole guts out, and it's just a hot mess. So today was a little rough. It was pretty rough. And then I can't really vent to my husband about it because he just doesn't really get it. I mean, he's there for me, but at the same time, there's only so much venting that he can take with this, because he doesn't understand. Guys just don't really get that. They don't bear children. So it's kind of hard for them to understand that disappointment and that anxiety and that stress that you have with that 2-week wait. But, he's also a pretty positive person. So he is not letting me getting my period affect him because he knows it's still so early. And that's the other thing that just blows me away. I have no reason to be complaining. There are women out there that are struggling. The young lady that I watched yesterday that I just absolutely fell in love with, the YouTuber, she took 5 different pregnancy tests that were positive and still got her period. I have no reason to be this upset. This is technically only my 2nd month of trying. I have no reason to be complaining right now. I sound like the biggest freaking baby on this planet that needs to be smacked for acting this way. And now it's getting to a point where it's affecting me physically, which is so unhealthy. So I don't know about everybody else. I grew up Christian. I am a Christian. I refound my faith this past year. I have church tonight, and one part of me says, I just don't even want to go because I don't want to, have to hide my feelings, I guess, because it's a fairly new church. We've only been going there about a year, not even a year. We've been going there about 10 months, and they don't know us that well yet. So I don't want to be going in there acting weird, and then people be like, are you okay? Is something wrong? Blah, 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 blah. And then, but the other part of me says, no, you need to go because you need Jesus today. You need to go. You need to hear the message. Because God's giving me these little messages every now and then. He did it the last time that I found out I was not pregnant. And I was literally reading my devotional. I have a picture of it on my phone. I can't upload it right now, obviously, because I'm driving. But basically, it just said that God hears you, and basically God knows what you're going through and is here for you always, and things will happen in due time. God has a plan for you. you need to just let go and let God do what he needs to do. Pretty much. I don't know the exact way the verse went, but it hit home, and it was creepy because I had found out the day before that I wasn't pregnant, and I was so heartbroken. And then I get home from work that next day, and then boom, it's right there. I'm literally laying in bed reading my devotional, and there it is. So I know, my head knows these things. My head knows you're acting like a loony. This is your second try. Your body is still trying to get back to normal from being off of the birth control pill that you just went off of. But my heart is just wanting this so badly. I have wanted children. I don't think I touched on this last night, but I have wanted children since I knew what having a baby meant. I grew up with a mother who taught childbirth classes. She is a licensed Lamaze coach. So, she's the woman that, I don't want to call her a doula because she's not technically a doula, but she could tell you anything about a doula, and she probably could, if she wanted to get her license, she could be a licensed doula. But she teaches women all the breathing techniques, and basically shows the couples different exercises to help get through natural labor. This is for women that don't want to do any kind of drugs and want to try to do it the all natural way. So growing up with her as a kid, babies were always a part of my life. Learning about babies was always a big part of my life. I remember actually sitting through some of her childbirth classes and being around all the pregnant mommies, and getting to be able to touch the mommies' bellies when the babies would move inside of the womb. And so I grew up. She also did it outside of her home the first couple of years that she practiced before she found a hospital to work out of. So that's what I grew up with. That was the atmosphere that I grew up with. I had a baby doll as a 4-year-old, and I named her Haley, and I took her everywhere, and I fed her, and I, changed her, and I grew up in church, and I always did church youth groups, and every summer I would be so excited because I would be excited to see what new group of kids I had, and to teach them about the Lord. And kids have always been a part of my life, and I always grew up wanting them. So when I got married, when I met my husband, I told him, even from a young age, at 16 years old when we met, I want kids. I hope you know that. I've always wanted children, and I've always wanted to be a mother. So the fact that it's taking me longer than I hoped is just a little heartbreaking. And Rachel actually said something so incredibly wise yesterday, watching one of her much older videos. It was right when they started their TTC journey back in 2016. She said, the best gift that God can give you is bearing children, and to be a parent and being a mother. And that about sums it up for that. That's deep, and that's how I feel about the whole situation. So it was rough. Today was really hard emotionally, and I know I need to go to church tonight. I know I probably need it. I'm gonna try to, since I'm going home early, I'm picking up my dog, and I'm going to go home. I'm going to eat something light because my stomach still is not happy with me. I'm not as nauseated, but the thought of just eating regular food just makes me want to vomit. So I'm just going to go home and rest for a little bit. I don't have to be at church until 7, so I'll have a good, 2 hours or so to just kind of decompress and just relax and chill. So, ladies, I hope that you guys can give me some kind of wisdom. And please, I really don't want to hear about what a big baby I'm being. I really don't want to hear about how I just need to suck it up. I already know this. You don't need to sit there and tell me. I already know. But mentally right now, I'm just not in a good place. So for the people that do believe what I believe, for the people that do believe in God and are Christians, please pray for me. Even for the people that don't necessarily believe in God or aren't really religious, send me good vibes. Do whatever you have to do. Send me all of it. I just need all of the good vibes, all of the good prayers, all of the holy crap, she's losing her shit. Help her, somebody. So I'm actually getting ready to call my mom and talk to her and go to bed tonight at a decent hour. That's the other reason I was so excited about making all these YouTube videos last night that I was up until 11 o'clock. So I'm sleep deprived. So I just need help, guys. That's just the bottom line. I just need help. So pray for me these next couple of days. Help me to get through this week. And if and when I do get my period, just pray that I have my little cry, you know, and then I just get past it and move on. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your wonderful Wednesday. And I will keep you guys updated and talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.